understand the drugs. Now, when you talk about drugs, we have barbiturates, benzodiazepine, amphetamines, LSD, that is lysergic acid diethylamide. These are all derived from the fungus. This is ergot fungus that is called as Claviceps purpurae, and this Claviceps purpurae is going to, help in that formation of such kind of drugs. So normally it is used as a medicine. First of all, we need to understand that it is used as a medicine. But later on, what happened? They came to know that this is a kind of a stress releaser or painkiller. So they started using as a drug. See, drugs, anything is prescribed by the doctor, it is a medicine. But anything that you take without the prescription of the doctor on your own choice, then it becomes the drug. And the person who takes it is called as an addict. And the process is basically addiction, that results in addiction. So see, these medicines normally help the patients to cope up with mental illness like depression. We have seen many of the celebrities, they undergo depression, so they get their medical treatment done. So doctors, they provide them barbiturates, benzodiazepine, amphetamines, all these type of drugs just to cope up with their mental depression. Or sometimes insomnia, the patient is not able to sleep, so they give this kind of medicine. But when it is taken without the prescription of doctors, purpose other than medical use, then it is called as drug abuse. And this can cause adverse effect on your physical functioning, physiological functioning, and psychological functioning. We have seen that the one who are drug addicts, they are extremely thin. They are extremely thin. They don't care about their body. They don't care about their dress. They don't care about their surroundings. They just care for only one thing, that I should get the drug, no matter how. The drugs which are commonly abused are opioids, cannabinoids, cocoa alkaloids, and majority of them are obtained from flowering plants. Some are obtained from fungus. So let us take a look at this. This is opioid. Now this is the fruit of the opioid. That fruit is going to give out a whitish latex secretion. See, this latex of poppy plant is going to help in the formation of the opioid. So the plant is scientifically called as Papaver somniferum. When you talk about opioids, what it does actually, it binds to the specific receptors in the brain. Okay, and when it binds to the specific receptors in the brain, it disturbs your CNS, central nervous system, GI tract, gastrointestinal tract. Opioids like morphine are very effective and sedative painkiller. For example, if you take injection of morphine and if somebody hits you badly, still you will not feel the pain. That is the role of morphine. And morphine is basically provided to those patients who have undergone major surgeries, how open heart surgery or open brain surgery, any surgery. Doctors provide morphine just to suppress the pain that is caused, So that is how morphine is used. But now the druggist, they use the morphine only for fun. If they are going for any kind of fight, battle fight or something like that, that time they take morphine injection so that if they are hit by anyone, then they don't feel the pain. Like we have this WWF people. Then we have heroin. Heroin is again a kind of dangerous stuff. It is melted first, then it is filled up in the syringe, and then it is injected in the body. What is heroin chemically? Chemically, it is diacetyl morphine. It is a depressant. It slows down your body function, and it is commonly called as smack. So now it is no more called as a heroin. We all call it as a smack. So just remember this. Cannabinoids. So these are the flowering plant. Look at this flower. This flower is very important in inflorescence. Okay, so inflorescence of cannabis sativa is a source. So bhang is obtained from this cannabis sativa. Inflorescence, that is cannabinoids. Now cannabinoids can be marijuana, it can be hashish, it can be charas, or even it can be ganja. These are different types of drugs. Now charas is somewhat smoked, hashish smoked, ganja is smoked, in that way. So these are very dangerous drugs, you can say. They interact with your receptors in the brain. They decrease your thinking ability. That is the biggest problem. It can be inhaled or it can be ingested, and it affects your cardiovascular system. Either your heartbeat will decrease when it becomes very numb, or your heartbeat will increase depending on the type of cannabinoids that you have taken. We have cocoa alkaloid. It is a cocaine. It is just powdered and then it is snuffed. It is sniffed basically through the nose. They just try to inhale. This is the flower. So it is obtained from this small tiny flower. Is dried and the powder is prepared. obtained from cocoa plant, Erythroxylum cocoa. Now this is the cocaine. Commonly it is called as coke, or it is also called as crack, and this is how it is snorted. You can see in the image. When you talk about this, it interferes with the transport of the neurotransmitters, dopamine. So dopamine is a such type of, you can say, neurotransmitter that interferes with your basic functioning. You know, when you take cocaine, you are not able to fight. Your body becomes very numb and relaxed. And excessive dosage of cocaine causes hallucination. Hallucination means you create your own world, the world which never existed, but still you interact with that world. That is hallucination. See, when you look at this, it appears like a tree basically, but when you look at very carefully, you can see the face of a female. So that is a kind of hallucination. There is no female as such, but you hallucinate. You see, this child is basically thinking that there are two people around him. This is a hallucination. And when this hallucination goes beyond the control, the child can become mad. You know, he feels like somebody is observing him continuously. So hallucination is not good for health. Then we have the next one that is called as Atropa belladonna. Datura. Datura is basically a fruit which is offered to Indian god, that is Shiva. You know? It also have hallucinogenic property. Again, hallucination. Let's talk about alcohol abuse. When you talk about alcohol abuse, it's a common ill effects, basically unexplained absence from school or college. The child never goes to the school, the child never goes to the college, and is found drunk somewhere, fallen down. So that creates a problem, you know. There will be a drop in academic performance if the child is drinking, you know. Most of the time it happens that the child just, they buy the alcohol, a small bottle, and just before going to sleep, they drink the alcohol and they go to sleep. And in the morning, they don't go to school. And parents were unaware what is going on, why he's not able to get up in the morning, why he's so much, you know, tired. So later on, they came to know the child was having alcohol daily. So again, it's a problem. There will be lack of interest in the personal hygiene, the one who is alcoholic. It is going to affect your nervous system, first of all. It affects the cerebellum. To be very much specific, alcohol affects the cerebellum. And since it has affected the cerebellum, the person is not able to walk. That is very important. You can see here that the person is falling down and he is not able to walk properly because of the alcohol. Because see, for locomotion, your cerebellum must be intact. If your cerebellum is balanced, then only you are able to walk. Otherwise, you cannot. And alcohol affects the cerebellum. It also causes liver cirrhosis. Look at this. The liver has dried up completely. You know, liver cirrhosis. Then, if the mother is basically drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes, then there is a possibility that the child can get affected by the alcohol. It is therefore advised that the female should never drink or smoke. Male to certain extent can be accepted because they just donate the sperm, nothing else. But the female develops the entire baby. So she should not drink alcohol or smoke. But it is bad, it should not be accepted for male or female both. But for compulsorily, I can say it's female. Okay, alcohol abuse, it causes mental and financial distress to the entire family. See, you occur a loss in a business, you start taking alcohol. Alcohol is not going to solve your financial crisis, but still you take. And the alcohol that you buy, you definitely need money to buy. So you don't have money because you're in financial crisis, but you want money to buy the alcohol. What do? You start selling your household stuff. So it creates lots of financial distress to the entire family, and it results in social stigma, you know, robbery and all of that stuff. What can be done, you know, to prevent such kind of alcohol or drug abuse? Habits such as smoking, taking drugs or alcohol are more likely to be taken up at a young age. So what is required? Take care of that child, you know, more during adolescent stage. So drug abuse develops over a long period of time. Basically, it does not start as a full-blown abuse or addiction. You don't start drinking alcohol directly. You just first day you try with, you know, one spoon of alcohol, then you make it one small cup, then you make it one small glass, then you make a large glass, then you finally make it the entire bottle. So it's not one day process, it's a long journey. Basically, before one, it is one too many, you know. So we need to help these kind of children. Age old adage, prevention is better than cure holds true. Take care of the child, look after him, just see what he's doing. If even though if the child is in his bedroom, just be with that child. sit, just don't say that I am here to watch you. Just say I just want to be with you, or I want to do my work in your house. That's it. You can see the child what exactly is doing, you know. Prevention and control of drug and alcohol abuse among adolescents. Avoid undue pressure from parents. Don't scold the child that I want this much percentage only. The child might be good in sports. You cannot expect him to score 95%. You cannot judge a fish by climbing on a tree. Come on, it's very different story. Fish, they'll know to swim, and monkeys can climb the tree. So you cannot ask a fish to be a monkey or a monkey to be a fish. So avoid undue pressure, you know, from parents, and they should take care and respect the decision of the child. Adolescents who have good relationship with the parents, they are less likely to engage in various risk-taking behaviors because they feel free and comfortable with their parents to speak anything, you know. So they don't come in contact with such kind of act like smoking, drinking, fighting, or even unprotected sexual contact. A child should not be pushed unduly to perform beyond his or her threshold limit. The child always wants to be happy. He wants to score good marks. There is no child on this earth who says, I want to fail. But just because his cognitive power might be less, he is not able to do that. So don't push him unduly beyond his threshold limit, you know. Just respect and help him to increase day by day, whether be it studies, sports, or any other activities. Prevention and control. Avoid undue peer pressure. Okay. Need to develop among young children to say no to smoking and alcohol. This is very big thing. They need to develop communication skill and to manage, handle, and pressure from the friends. The adolescents should learn to say no. They should have great power to say no. No means no, and no itself is a big statement in its. Okay, so somewhere or the other, the child should not be influenced by the peer pressure. So that has to be taught by the parents. Education and counseling is must. Without education and counseling, you cannot do anything to face the problems and the stress. We need to accept one thing in life, that there is a failure and there is a success. So just learn from the failure and enjoy your success. Don't think that you will always get success in life. Okay, all those things are important. Proper education and guidance will help the youth to safeguard themselves against dangerous behavior patterns. Going outside with the family also helps the child to stay away from their friends, you know. Healthy lifestyle should be followed. Channelize the child's energy into healthy pursuits. If the child is going only in school, what he does in the rest of the day, you know, so he should be given some, you know, introduced to, with some kind of sports or some kind of dance or some kind of music, some kind of organ playing, any instrumental playing, so anything. Okay, so sports can be there, reading habits can be there, music. Just make the child busy in something or the other so that he is not able to think anything wrong.